As a person who has lived frugally for most of their life, at first because of necessity and now because I just like it, I always get interesting comments and observations from people who find out about the things that I don't buy. So today I'm going to share with you 100 things that I don't buy anymore, or things that I've stopped buying here in 2023. Let's kick off the video down here in my storage room in the basement where I keep the bodies. Now, if you did not see my video on me decluttering and organizing this room, I'll leave that below. It's pretty legit if you like a good before and after, but check out what is behind me. Somewhere in the midst and post 2020 crisis, I decided that I needed a lot of things in my house. You see all these paper towels? What I've learned is I don't use paper towels. Christine's not buying paper towels anymore, at least until these are gone. How long is this going to take? I couldn't say, because I bought this case a year ago, and look how many I still have. Over here, I'm looking at you, toilet paper, the one that made us cowering in fear a few years ago. I have quite a bit of that as well. Let's add toilet paper to the list. Tissues. I bought this case well over a year ago, and I still have like 6 of these left. They come in a pack of 12. Clearly, we don't use tissues very often around here. Tissues goes on the list. Let's also add napkins. I must have bought this 3 years ago. I don't use napkins. Maybe I prefer wiping my face with my sleeve. I'm not sure.
You uncultured swine!
Something that you don't see on these shelves are paper plates, paper bowls, and paper cups. Add those 3 to the list of things that we do not buy. 2 more items I will not be buying in 2023. Let's add foil and parchment paper. First of all, if you ever buy these huge containers, where'd I get this? Members Mark, that is Sam's Club. If you ever buy these, put the date on it. Like the date that you opened it, and see how long it takes you to go through it. So I bought my last one in 2019. It is still up in my kitchen, and I got this one as a backup. My last one I opened in 2019. It's 2023. That is 4 years of foil usage. So clearly I cannot drink the wine in front of you. Clearly, I do not need more foil. I have 4 of these large containers down here, plus another one upstairs in my laundry room that I'm currently using. Now, I love bleach. It really, really helps when you have super, and I mean super, stinky clothes. Even your son's stinky socks. Am I gonna go through 4.5 bottles of these in 1 year? Really unlikely. So bleach, no more buying. Another item I love to have on hand are these gloves. These are technically for first aid. However, I do use them in food prep.
So this is where we begin to separate our future physicians from those who just want to play doctor.
For anybody that works in food safety, you know that this can really come in handy when you work with food a lot. I came down here to grab some because I was out in my kitchen and I couldn't find them. So I bought a whole nother like 3-pack at Costco, came home and found the originals. So not only do I have these 2 unopened, I have 2 more upstairs also unopened. Let's also briefly talk about personal care items. Shampoo, body washes, soaps, colognes, hand soaps, deodorants. Right after Christmas, I did a post-Christmas 50% off clearance haul. I did a whole video on it, stocking up for the entire year. So I am not going to have to buy those products for the entire year. That really goes to show that when you stock up at a highly discounted price, it can save you in the long term and in the future from having to go buy something like deodorant at $6 each when you can actually get it for free, or $1 or $2 if you pay attention to sales and sales cycles. If you've never stepped foot into a Walmart right after Christmas and get those like personal care sets, those are a deal, man. Don't sleep on that deal. Look at all this oatmeal. Look at it. This is a 50-pound bag of oats. And I have like 12 of these almost 2-pound steel cut oats. Not to mention 4 of these oat containers. Not to mention the ones I already have upstairs. Now when I see a good deal like these steel cut oats, these were on clearance for $1.59. Now, I love steel cut oats and the price of all food is going up. They last a really long time that I was like, well, we need to get these for the food storage. But I think we've done enough. It's time to stop because we need to eat through all of this oatmeal, which means it's time to bust out the homemade granola. Going along with food items I don't need to buy, look at this shelf. All spaghetti sauce, canned tomatoes, petite diced tomatoes, crushed tomatoes, blah, 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 blah. I don't use like jarred sauces like this hardly at all. So every time they go on sale and I pick up 5 at Kroger because that was the sale, buy 5 and get the deal, I end up with this. And I realized that escalated quickly. But I am making a pledge to you now that I will not buy pasta sauce again until these are gone. I'm not buying canned tomatoes until these are gone. And with this amount of tomato paste, I don't know that I ever need to buy tomato paste, ever. Now listen, we live in a cold climate, okay? It's very, very cold. It snowed like 6 inches last night. It was 90 degrees all day, and that was a heat wave, my friends. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Did I mention the ones that are on all of the beds? Did I mention the ones that are in every single closet? Did I mention the ones that were extra in my closet? No, I didn't. Because when you live in a family of quilters, you end up with a lot of blankets. No more buying any blankets. 0 blankets, done with the blankets. Bookmarks are for quitters. I'm obsessed with books. I will talk books all day long if you get me in a room and you start talking books, okay? But you don't need to buy them anymore. Between Audible, your library, and your friends, and the Libby app, which doesn't really work in my area because every book has like a 6-month wait, everything. But with access to like interlibrary loans, libraries, and audiobooks, it's just not the same, you know what I mean? There's no reason to spend all of this money on a huge collection of books. And speaking of things that are almost obsolete, I mean, do you guys even remember when Netflix mailed you the DVD and streaming didn't exist? Do you remember that? I remember that. I was married with a child during that time. I couldn't wait for my next installment of Prison Break. And it took a week to get there, so it was a very exciting day. You can indeed rent from the library DVDs of movies, famous movies, TV shows. My library has a huge selection available. Plus, do I even need to bring up streaming? Who here doesn't stream at least one service? If you're watching this video, you are streaming a service. YouTube is a video streaming service. Now you may not pay for it. Well, you might pay for it. I guess they do have paid accounts, but there's so many out there. You have Amazon and Hulu and Apple TV and Acorn TV and Peacock. And by the way, I am loving my Peacock subscription. I got that on a Black Friday for 99 cents a month for a year. I paid less than $12 for the entire year. They've got Frasier on there. You a Frasier fan? That show is dang funny. I don't buy toys anymore. Now granted, I already have toys, so maybe that's not a fair comparison. But what I do know is I have 4 children. They are 11 through 18 years old right now in 2023. And what I've learned about kids is they truly need very, very little in the way of entertainment. All they really need are like a cardboard box and some scissors and markers, and let their creativity run. If you're outside, I'm telling you, all they need is a couple of sticks and they will build a shelter. My kids just did that. They built a shelter for like 6 hours in the woods. If you have toddlers, give them free reign to that Tupperware drawer. Best toy ever. Now, when it does come to toys, there are a few that I love. These are trios. These were made by Fisher-Price. They are discontinued, but you can find them on eBay sometimes. This toy is probably the most played with toy by any child who ever visits, any cousin that comes over, even by my own children now who don't really play with toys. Like, they have Legos. No, they'd rather play with these. They also really love Magnetiles, and all of my kids enjoyed Play Food and a little toy kitchen. I had a cheap plastic one from a garage sale for $2 with some plastic food. My daughter and all 3 of my boys loved to like play kitchen and like make food in the play kitchen. I know this whole video is based on items that we don't buy, but something that I do buy and I recommend anyone else to also purchase is life insurance. Term life insurance, that is. So if you don't have life insurance, term life insurance should be at the very top of your list. Fabric by Gerber Life is the one-stop shop that every family needs. They have life insurance and all kinds of other family solutions all in one place. Things like wills, access to college savings funds, and more tools to help protect your family's financial future, all in an easy online experience. Fabric was designed by parents for parents to help you get a high quality, surprisingly affordable term life insurance policy in less than 10 minutes. That's right, 10 minutes. It takes less than 10 minutes to apply, see your quote, and then personalize your quote to fit your family's needs. You could be offered insurance instantly with no health exam required. Fabric has partnered with Gerber Life, trusted by millions of families like yours for over 50 years. And Fabric has a 30-day money-back guarantee, and you can cancel at any time. It's nice to know that I can help protect my family's future just in case Protect your family today with Fabric by Gerber Life. Apply today in just 10 minutes at meetfabric.com/frugalfitmom. Make sure you use my link down below in the doobly-doo so they know that I sent you over there. That's meetfabric.com/frugalfitmom, MEET fabric.com/frugalfitmom. First link in the bloop below. Thank you to Fabric, and let's get back to more things I don't buy. I know you all have a box like this in your house. It's the random cleaning products that I buy and think that they're gonna solve all of my problems, and they don't. Probably because I don't clean that often. Regardless, here we are. I'm not buying cleaning products this year. Reason, I'm going to use all of these. Also, did you jump on the Mrs. Meyer's train? Do you have like sets and sets and sets and sets of these in different scents and flavors and all sorts of things like I do? Give me one of these in the comments. You know, we are on the same page. And now they're sitting here getting dusty because nobody cleans that much, right? Right? My goal for this year is to get rid of all of my cleaning products. That includes laundry tabs, dish soap, this whole bin, and also these smelly laundry things like these.
I don't know what that is.
Yes, these do smell good, but my friends, have you been using the Tide powder? Like the Tide powder detergent? That stuff is bomb. Like, you don't need anything else. You definitely don't need this.
Oh, I still don't understand.
Yes, I'm gonna put it in the use up stuff, but you need to stop buying it. You also need to stop buying dryer sheets. I heard that they're like actually not good for your stuff. Is that true? I've totally stopped buying those. I don't even have any in the house to show you because I haven't done them. I tried these. These don't work. Well, first of all, I don't really know what they do. Second of all, they end up in my kids' laundry because I don't do my kids' laundry, they do their laundry. And my 3 boys their rooms are in the basement, and they take this and they go downstairs, and then I never see these again. I think my dog was playing with this one. I think that's how I got this one back. But I don't really know what these do. I'm not buying these either. In fact, I might just declutter these because they're taking up space and I don't want them. So sometimes when I do videos like this, I get comments like, oh, what a sad house. It must be devoid of life, of personality. You're so mean to your children because you don't give them tablets or buy them video games or whatever. Buy them chips.
About the chips, I've always made jokes with my friends. I'm like, the only chips we ever have are tortilla chips. But they're honestly my favorite chips.
It's more lively than if all of us were sitting down playing Fortnite. I don't know, it was the first video game that came to mind.
What are the games? Legend of Zelda. Do you feel deprived because of these things that we don't do or the things we don't have?
While I don't care that we don't have like video games and like go out to the movies and whatever,
yeah,
I also see the other side and like, I don't know, I can't relate to some of the conversations my friends have over
like what do they talk about?
Like, I don't know, Minecraft or other games.
They talk about games and you don't understand what they're saying.
Right.
Okay, all right. So is that my fault? Have I failed?
On the contrary, you succeeded. I don't mind it. I think when I was younger, I minded it.
Like how young?
13, 14.
Specifically, what did you wish we had? Chips? Or iPads?
But it was always when people would say this place that they go out to eat, and I was like, oh, I've never been there. And they're like, what? And I felt, but
I get that.
They made me feel so bad. And I was like, I'm sorry, our family just doesn't go out to eat. And they're like, what?
I don't buy a lot of home decorations. I don't decorate with the seasons. I don't have lamps almost anywhere in my house. There's none here in my living room, none in the bedrooms. Like, where do you put lamps? I don't really know. I don't have end tables, so I'd have to buy end tables to then put lamps on. I don't have them. I also don't have plants, fake or real. I don't have real ones because I'm probably gonna kill them, and I don't like fake plants as a general rule. If you look at these couches, you'll notice there's no throw pillows. These actually came with throw pillows, and I got rid of them because I hate throw pillows. They get in my way, they're uncomfortable. I always throw them on the floor when I'm using the couch. Actually impedes my usage of the couch. I don't like them anywhere. Now, I think they're very pretty. They're just not practical. So we ex-nayed all of the throw pillows. To be clear, that's not to say you can't have throw pillows. They look beautiful. I love other people's houses with throw pillows. It just doesn't work in my house. We also don't buy magazines. That's what the internet is for, my friends. And you see this? Do you know what this is? These are called CDs. A CD is something we used to put music and movies on. I guess movies would be a DVD. Do they even make CDs anymore? I don't know, but I definitely do not buy them. Add stuffed animals to the list. In my opinion, they're a lot like throw pillows. Unnecessary, they get in the way, and they're kind of really dirty, right? Plus, the kids end up with so many of them. They're gifts from grandmas and grandpas and aunts and uncles and cousins, and they will accumulate this huge pile of stuffed animals that you will then donate to the thrift store. We don't buy video games. I actually don't know what the popular video games are these days. What are the popular video games right now?
Minecraft.
Minecraft, is that still in?
I don't know. Everyone has ever played Minecraft.
Until you the Hogwarts Legacy one is.
Hogwarts Legacy is what I'm hearing. I don't even know what that is, but I will rock your world on Mario Kart on the Wii. So, you wanna bring it? Bring it. You wanna bring it? You want a piece of me? Let's go. Let's go right now. Something else we don't buy are iPads and tablets and devices for our children. We do not have any. Also, don't give them a cell phone until they start driving, and it is a dumb phone until they're 16. We do not buy a rice cooker. I haven't had a rice cooker my whole life. Right now, I use the Instant Pot. I think it does an excellent job. And even before I had an Instant Pot, I just cooked it on the stove. Juice boxes. We pack water for school lunches and outings. Alcohol, mostly because we don't drink alcohol, and also it's very expensive.
That's okay, I brought my own.
Soda, okay. I know I'm gonna get backlash on that one because you have seen me pop an energy drink, a Diet Coke, you've seen it, I know. We can agree that it is something I have done in the past. However, as of 5 days ago, I have quit soda. Cold turkey. All it takes is a trip to the emergency room with kidney stones to make you change your choices about what you drink. So we have cut soda out. We do not buy soda anymore. Speaking of food, one of my favorite topics on the planet, fast food. Yeah, no thanks. The last time I went to a Wendy's, it was several months ago because I was traveling. I just needed like a quick something and then get back on the road and something I could eat. I got the cheapest burger and fries meal I could find, the absolute cheapest. It was $12. Oh my gosh.
What is the deal?
Now you can make some different choices, but overall, $12, I can get a burger and fries of better quality at my local sit-down restaurant for $6.99. I can order my tepid water, give a tip, and still come out better. How about delivery food? Now, I have a very, very good friend. She admitted to me that she door dashes everything. Boba teas for $45, a pack of Skittles for $20. She door dashed a pack of Skittles for $20. Eating out at restaurants, we really do not go out to eat very often. Birthdays, our anniversary, our friends will be like, hey, have you been to blah, blah, blah place? And I'm like, oh, you know, we don't go out to eat very often. And they're like, oh, that's weird. So that might be weird to you too. If when we do go to a restaurant, we don't order restaurant drinks. We just get water. Pre-cut fruit, you know what I'm talking about? Like in the little trays like this at a high premium. Holiday themed anything. Holiday themed decorations, holiday themed dishes, napkins, tablescapes. I would prefer just to use like some red chargers and white plates for Christmas and Valentine's Day. I'm also not a fan of the one-trick pony, as Alton Brown would say. Your pineapple slicer, your apple core. Oh my gosh, I hate the apple core.
Oh, I can core apple.
The garlic press. Kill me. I hate it. I would much rather have really good tools that do a multitude of things instead of like the one thing that does the one thing. We don't have a coffee maker because we also don't buy coffee. Because we don't drink coffee here. I actually really hate the smell of it. I accidentally had like a cappuccino Jelly Belly. Barf. So bad. I don't buy Little Debbie's of any kind, like Cosmic Brownies, the Swiss cake rolls, although those are bomb. Don't buy those for school lunches either. We stick with like apples and string cheese and jerky and yogurt, things like that. We don't buy chips. I have always been teased about that from my friends. We buy tortilla chips because we always have chips and salsa, but like chips like Ruffles, Lay's, Pringles, Fritos, Doritos, Cheetos, all the Eatos. Number one, they're very expensive. And number two, there's like no nutritional value in those whatsoever. Also don't buy Lunchables. I like the concept of a Lunchable. I had one recently and it was gross. So disappointing. You can make a fantastic homemade Lunchable by buying a pack of crackers, buying your own cheese, buying some pepperoni, some sliced ham or something. You can make so much more for a better price and they'll taste infinitely better. I'm not really buying these either. Bracelets, extra necklaces, extra earrings. What's great about being in your 40s is that you've really come to terms with who you are as a person. And I have some tried and true pieces of jewelry that I wear 100% of the time. They are these earrings, this necklace. I don't wear bracelets. And I've even downgraded my wedding ring to these silicone bands that I can get off of Amazon. I do get asked about these literally all the time. So it's like $6 for a pack of 8. I'll leave the link below if you want to go check it out. Putting myself together with like extra earrings, extra necklaces. I'm not a bracelet person at all. It's easier for me to just say, that's just not my thing. Now, shoes are my thing, but what I don't buy with shoes is I've kind of stopped buying heels. I have plantar fasciitis. I'm older. My foot health much more important than those stilettos that I used to purchase. And I definitely don't buy cheap shoes. I don't buy uncomfortable shoes, and I don't buy unsupportive shoes. Shoes is one area where I will definitely splurge a little bit and get something that is high quality, supportive, and feels really good. Life is too short to have uncomfortable feet.
Can I get an amen?
Amen. We have a trip coming up. It's a beach vacation, and I have been trying to find like rompers, swimsuits, swimsuit cover-ups, some easy dresses, some cute sandals. I, of course, went to Amazon. You know what happened? I tried some cheap, like really cheap dresses from Amazon. I sent them all back. They were horrible. The fabric was horrible. The cut was horrible. They were unflattering. The fit was off. I tried to get a swimsuit cover up from Shein. Oh my gosh, never doing that again. I put it on and cracked up laughing. Like, you can't sell a piece of fabric like that and claim that it's clothing. Like, you just can't. What a waste of time. I got this cheap romper off of Amazon. Do any of these work? I looked literally like a potato sack. Like, it looked nothing like the model. On what planet can you pass these off as clothes? And cheap swimsuits, my friends. I'm looking at you, Cupshe. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I must have tried 10 swimsuits. I sent them all back. They are built for someone who is 5 foot nothing and weighs 75 pounds with no curves. None of them fit. The fabric is atrocious. The quality is horrific. You're just gonna waste your time. Don't do it. Don't do it. Extra purses, extra wallets. I don't really do those. Like, I have one that I love, and then we just stick with that one until it falls apart and I'm forced to buy a new one, essentially. But I don't have like extras and extras and extras of bags and wallets just hanging around in my house. Not big into perfumes, don't buy perfumes. Also, mani-pedis, none here. I use my hands way too much to have fake nails that like are long and get in my way. They just drive me crazy. And as far as toenails go, I had a pedicure recently. My mom paid for it, which was super generous. And they did a horrible job. It was horrible. It chipped off in like a day or two. So I ended up having to take it all off. I redid it myself at home, and it ended up lasting 3 weeks. So I just don't see the point of wasting all the time, wasting all the money on a product that for me isn't that good anyway. I'm also not a lipstick girl, don't buy lipstick. I'm a chapstick girl through and through, and I'm a simple girl on the chapstick. Carmex stick, yes, all day. I despise girl razors. If it's pink and sold to me as like a girl product, I don't want it. I want the men's shaving cream. I want the men's razors. I want the men's deodorant. I don't buy girl deodorant. It doesn't work. Okay, let's move on to some other things. Another thing I don't buy are gifts for extended family. Of course, we do birthday gifts and anniversary gifts and things like that for my own kid, like my own kids, my spouse, but my sisters-in-law, my parents-in-law, my parents, my nieces and nephews, we don't buy gifts for any of those. The great thing is the entire family agreed on it, so it's not an argument or something that we disagree on. The only exception to that will be like when they all graduate or when they all get married. Of course, I will give a gift for that. Something I stopped buying and decluttered in my house were extra towels, extra sheets, extra linens. It does not make sense to me to have extras of everything. You use a towel and you hang it up. You wash it, you dry it, and you hang it back up. The end. The only thing I've seen when you have extra towels in your house is all your kids go through all of your towels, and then you're just washing towels all the time. And then as far as sheets go, I have one set of sheets per bed. You take it off, you wash it, you dry it, you put it back on, the end. Fortunately, all of my family are at the age where we don't have nighttime accidents. There's no one's throwing up in their beds anymore. And going along with that, I never bought like themed sheets and blankets when they were babies in their crib, character sheets, character blankets, character pillows. They just cycle through those phases so quickly, so you just end up spending more money anyway. As a road cyclist and mountain biker and mountain bike coach, I do not buy cheap bikes. A Walmart bike, they design it so that if something breaks, a component on it breaks, you cannot fix it. A more expensive bike, while said parts can wear out and break, they're all fixable. You can upgrade anything, you can fix anything. So it will last a very, very long time. This is one circumstance where if this is your hobby, please do not get a cheap bike. Dave did an entire video on what to look for in a high quality bike. I'll leave that video down below if you are interested in bikes at all. Now that being said, another thing I do not buy are full price items. Listen, my friends, every price is up for debate, and I'm telling you, everything goes on sale at some point. So if you want expensive things, you want to splurge on something, I am not against that in any way. However, I guarantee it's gonna go on sale. You're gonna save some coins, so wait.
And where would you get this saved money?
Don't buy food you don't like. I'm telling you, it is a waste of money. It's a waste of time. Olives, mushrooms, spinach.
I wanted a pickle.
Tom, let go of it. No, not the jar. Let go of the pickle.
But I want a pickle.
How many times have you bought spinach with the good intentions of making a salad or putting it in a smoothie, and then you don't, it turns into a slimy mess and you throw it in the garbage? I don't buy spinach anymore. Also, don't buy bottled water. We have perfectly good, clean water here in the United States, almost everywhere I've ever been, and you can have reusable bottles and fill them up essentially anywhere, keep them in your car, throw them in your purse, carry them with you when you do sports. You don't have to have the plastic bottles of water. I'm sure you know the person who, as soon as the new phone comes out, they go and buy it. The newest camera comes out, they go and buy it. The techie people, I happen to be married to one of them. It is difficult to get him to rein it in when it comes to the new tech, but I am not one of those techie people. I just don't care. I get something that works, that I like, and then I don't want to get a new one until you force me to get a new one, or until said item breaks. Lottery tickets, I have never bought a lottery ticket in my entire life. Brand new cars is definitely not something a frugal person purchases. It's a common misconception that a used car or an older car with miles will be unreliable or dangerous, and I have not found that to be the case at all. My first minivan had 100,000 miles on it when I bought it. I drove it for 8 years. I sold it at 215,000 miles. I never had a day's issue with it. You just have to be careful of like what brands you get. Make sure you're doing your oil changes, your tire rotations, you know, replacing belts here and there. That matters, but used cars can be incredibly reliable. I don't buy coffee out. Now, maybe that's not a fair statement because I don't like coffee. I know, I'm weird. But a lot of people love to go out for their Starbucks or whatever coffee shop you prefer. Starbucks is the only one I know about. But how much is a cup of coffee there? $5, $8? That really, really adds up if you're doing that every day. I haven't purchased cable in 10 years. Does anyone use cable anymore? When it comes to food, I don't stick with brand name just for brand name's sake. If there's something that's extremely similar in a generic for a much discounted price. Now, if there's only a 10-cent difference between these, I might as well pick up the name brand, because in some cases, they do taste different, but in a lot of cases, they do not. When it comes to pasta, as I'm showing you here, this box was 25 cents, and this box was $1. That's a huge savings on something that honestly, my kids can't really tell the difference anyway. I do not purchase dry clean only clothing. First of all, I don't have time to go out to the dry cleaners too. It takes more money, it's inconvenient. And did you know that in small towns, you have to drop it off and they have it sent out and then you don't get it back for a week?
Tom Hanks is caught in a dry cleaning bag.
I do not buy impulse items at the checkout. I make a list, I stick to my list, and I put blinders on when you go past all those take fives, because those are delicious. I also don't buy the extended warranty when you purchase items. A camera, a table, sometimes they sell you the extended warranty. Do you know how much money they make on those? Extended warranties are like a $40 million a year business. I know they're not paying out on that many extended warranties. One-time sports equipment, if I know that it is not my hobby yet, I'm saying bikes, skis, paddle boards, kayaks, things like that. A lot of people buy them and they use them once a year. If that's the case, rent them. You can rent things like this at basically any sporting goods shop, real cheap furniture. It will end up breaking. You are going to have to replace it anyway. It is worth it to spend a little bit extra on something higher quality. And going along with furniture, how about storage baskets? Christine's not buying storage baskets anymore because you know what happens? You buy storage baskets with the idea that you're going to be organized, and all you do is have more containers to put more stuff. The containers don't make you organized. Decluttering is what makes you organized, not the baskets. No more baskets. Let's talk makeup. I'm not into trendy new makeup. Clearly, I don't buy primer, I don't buy setting spray that goes on after, I don't buy all the new fancy palettes. I have one thing that I love and I stick with that. I have one mascara that I love and I stick with that. All the blushes, nope. 10 kinds of foundation, absolutely not. Blending brush, what is that? I've stopped buying dog toys because I have a super chewer. My dog Rogue is a super chewer. I have not met one dog toy that she will not destroy except for the Kong. So we're sticking with that, and everything else she rips to bits within a few days. Holy smokes. Don't forget to check out that deal from Fabric. I know this whole video was on things I don't buy, but I have talked about a couple of things that I absolutely buy. Life insurance has been on that list for over 10 years. I hope it's on your list too. So check out that link down below so they know that I sent you. Thank you to Fabric for sponsoring. Thanks to you for hanging out with me till the very end of this video. And I hope you have a great day. I'll see you next time. Bye.
Okay, that's it. Show's over. Good night.
I've been riding road bike since I was 12. This guy, which is supposed to be a road bike, is like 35 pounds, which is so heavy when it's all supposed to be about aerodynamics. Now, to get into the specifics about why you wouldn't want to use these on a road bike, like there's a gravel bike over here, maybe pick up a gravel bike, mountain bike, maybe why you would not want to take these mountain bikes on a mountain trail. There's a channel called Burn Peak, and he did an entire video on Walmart bikes, how badly they're put together, how some of the components are so cheap that they just snap off. So I will leave that video down below for you because there's a ton of good information.